So I got this crazy little patch, little jungle that we're gonna get rid of. So the first thing we do is move all of our plants, and we got a bunch of plants. It's basically like a agroforestry going on here. So we remove all the plants, and there's a lot of vines in this place, which just is a real big hassle when you're trying to weed eat. They get stuck all in the weed eater, and you just spend most of your time untangling it. So we see this big barrel, shove it to the side. Oh, pick off some clothes off the tree, grab some random dish detergent bottle. So here we sharpen our knife. You gotta get it real sharp. This is really important if you want to make your life easier. Get it real sharp. Seam sharp, and we're good to go. So the first thing we do is just go at it. Just try and reduce all of these weeds, chop it down. Some taro, put that on the side. Now there really is no method to this madness. We're just going at it. Now you can't really see from the video, but this is a shitload of vines. Just real thick, heavy brush. So here we are, chopping away. Oh, what is that? It's a stainless steel, should just say steel bathtub. It's actually a cast iron bathtub. This thing's like a few hundred pounds. You gotta get prepared to lift that. Don't wanna blow out your back. So you can see all the vines just cutting around. I'm doing what little I can. Chop, chop, chop. Now these are the kind of lawns you see on the compilation videos. This is like heavy jungle brush. Like all of these vines are just completely engulfing a big cast iron tub. I'd say this is at least 300-400 pounds. So I'm not even really lifting it. I'm just kind of, pushing it up. Just gonna rest it on a bush, and if that fell, that'd probably break your leg. You might even lose a toe or two. This thing is solid. Some vines hitting me in my face, so I probably want to get rid of that first of all. And one thing to mention is that there's these little fire ants, and when they land on you, they like to go in your shirt, and it kind of stings. It's like a stinging, burning, and these ants are tiny, and there's just like thousands of them. And when you go and hit that tree, they just come raining down on you. I'm just kind of clearing it up, stating the obvious. So look at this bush of just vines. The video doesn't really do it justice, but some heavy brush. I mean, for the square footage, it's like a lot of brush. Like, it's not like a big forest, but in this small area, it's just so much brush. Probably I don't know, must have been a couple 100 pounds of just like vines and wet leaves. These things are all like wet, so it's kind of heavy. Not just 100 pounds, to be honest. A couple barrels. So this tree right here is like completely engulfed with vines. A few different types of vines, and one thing to note is that if this sap gets on your skin, you pretty much immediately are gonna get a rash. It takes a day, or it takes a day to develop, but it literally just like blisters your skin, and it's like the worst thing ever. One time I was doing the yard, and I got a little bit of sap on my arm. Forgot to wipe it off immediately, so I get this like blistering rash. Go to the urgent care. So they check me in, they look at me, and then the doctor comes in. I was like, oh yeah, what's going on? He's like, yo, probably got it from the mat. I was wearing a UFC shirt. I was like, I didn't think much of it. I was like, what do you mean the mat? It's like, oh, you probably got it from, wrestling, rolling around on the mat. You got cellulitis. I was like, wrestling on the mat? I don't even fucking wrestle. What are you talking about? I was cutting trees and the sap got on my arm. He's like, oh shit. Well, you should have told me that earlier. It's like, yeah. You cannot just be making up assumptions of how I got this fucking rash on my arm. Like, you could have asked me, like, did you do anything to cause this rash? Rather than just assuming that, I'm over there wrestling on a mat. So here I basically cleared the tree. A lot of sunlight coming in. So I get that handy dandy wheelbarrow. Wheel that in. Grab my rake. It's obviously broken. Maybe do some loose screws repairs. I grab my drill, take out the screw, clear it out, take the screw all the way out, shove that in, get a new screw, screw that bad boy in, just like new. So I'm raking, but in reality I'm not doing much because the grass isn't even cut, but we're gonna weed eat this area, so we gotta get all of this crap cleared off the ground before we do that. One scoop, easy job. Bunch of pretty light leaves. Raking that all up. So I got this like tumbler composter bin thing, and I'm gonna collect all of these leaves and vines and put it in the composter. One thing about these vines is like they don't even compost that great, probably because it's like not a lot of like leaves or organic material, just like rope basically. So you put it in the composter and you come back, it's just like a ball of rope. Just chopping everything fine, trying to do what I can. Just hit a freaking log with my knife. Throw that in. Right there you can see all of these vines. That's not a vine, just a water hose. But on the ground and all around and even behind me, that just like vines all over the trees. So I'm actually pretty stoked that I got this tree cleared out. It's actually looking pretty good. I feel like I need to plant something like in this area, otherwise it's just pretty much gonna grow right back in a few months. Should probably grow like some vanilla vines or something, because these vines just do great over here in this tropical environment. Something about just putting plants in the ground and it's like a agroforestry, like no water, no fertilizer, and these plants just keep growing. And it's basically I don't know the technical term, but it's like a living soil. As long as there's like plants in it, it's gonna continue to stay green. If I was to cut all of this and just leave like dirt and mud, like obviously the plants wouldn't be there, but it wouldn't come back and it wouldn't grow as much. So it's kind of like, you know, agroforestry versus like monocropping, where they're just plow an entire field. Like with this, like I'm cutting it and it just keeps growing back. No fertilizer, no watering, no nothing. It's just like crazy. This lawn, even when I cut the grass, it's like within 5 days, it's like looking like this. Like I didn't cut it in like a month. It's just crazy over here. So trying all this crap in the composter. Like I said, I'm probably just gonna be left with like some compost and just like a big ball of string. All of these vines. Pack it in, get the sewer cover, close it up. Now we gotta touch up this area. No method to the madness, just randomly weed whacking everything. Trying to get it real low to the ground so that it doesn't grow back as fast. Now I did a lot, but as you can see, like in the background, it's just weeds and vines, and it's just crazy over here. Everything grows so fast. Should probably use that tub for like some kind of ice bucket challenge or something. Gets hot in the summer, just throw a bag of ice in it, fill it up with water. Probably gonna rinse it out first. Probably just like refinish it somehow with some epoxy spray paint or something. I'm just weed whacking away. Now I want to plant something, but if I plant like, I guess it depends what I plant, because the weeds are going to grow back. So like if I plant a tree right there, it's just going to make it harder for me to like weed eat this area, because I'm going to have to go around the tree and lawnmower is not going to fit there. So if I keep a little grassy area, probably be a lot easier to maintain. That's it. Subscribe. Thank you.